and and the differences between paid and free traffic, and what will allow you to grow your business faster. Step 3 is all about the all-important mindset that needs to be developed to be a effective business owner and entrepreneur. Also introduces you to Robert Kiyosaki's concepts on multiple streams of income. So that's sort of so if I was that's what I just said to you then is how I position the first 3 steps if I'm talking to somebody that I don't know, is off track. I need to keep them on track, is maybe a little bit more sophisticated. Because if it's just a basic person, I would just say, hey, you're going to really love the first 3 steps. There's some really important fundamentals in there. So just, enjoy the content and let's have a review after step 3. But essentially what I've just said to you is really what's in the first 3 steps. And then when I get through the first 3 steps, and I'm having my my second call review, so it's like, hey, Michael, how did you enjoy the first 3 steps? And then I'll repeat what I just said to you. This is essentially what you should have taken away. What did you think? What did you feel? Any questions? Fantastic. Let's keep moving forward. Then when I'm finishing the call, I need to set up the next 3 steps, and I need to set up the strategy session. So I always say this. I go, so Michael, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and unlock the next 3 steps. And I know that based on the feedback that you've just given me and how you enjoyed the first 3, you're going to love these next 3. Now, I just want to sort of give you a little bit of a warning up front. There's a lot more detail in these 3 steps. In fact, these 3 steps are what I really consider to be the meat and potatoes of this first stage of the MTTB system, right? And the reason why I say that is because step 4 is all about franchising and the importance of working with a business system that's akin to an online franchise. Step 5 is all about the important difference between marketing retail products and opportunity products, and what is more appropriate in today's marketplace and infinitely more profitable. And step 6 is without doubt the most important step. So what I advise you to do is slow down, take your time with step 6. Make sure that you understand step 6. If necessary, repeat step 6 again, because it's going to introduce you to a way in which you can partner with us here at MTTB and MOBE. And that's what I say to people. And then I say, and I just want to remind you that when you've completed step 6, it's important that you've also read I Am Revolution from cover to cover. If necessary, review any of that information. And it's also important that you've listened to at least a week of JT DeBolt's Power Up calls. Now, if you haven't been able to get onto any of those live calls, what I'd like you to do is go to the recordings of those calls, which you can find conveniently on my website, and listen to at least a week of those calls. And then we'll be having our strategy session, which you can book through my calendar, and I'll be doing a full review of the first 6 steps and stage of MTTB. That's how I set the whole thing up.
Okay.
That's all recorded too, what I've just said to you, mate. So if you need the audio, I can send it across. And that's why I love it so much, because the first 3 steps are fundamentals, and that's why it was uncomfortable when Jeremy came in and said, "Oh, we need to break it down to 2 steps, and we need to add this additional call, because not only did it add, another 33% or 25% to your workload, it wasn't necessary. It just wasn't necessary, because if people got really good at that, what I just said, and connected with the people on the first call and the second call, it just was a logical way to set up the strategy session. Oh, mate, I agree, and I love what you just said. See, that phrasing that you just mentioned. Then that's the stuff that I need you to continue pointing out to me, and we need to continue getting those that documented in our scripts. For our L zeros or our L ones, or even for myself, because that's fantastic.